All right, good afternoon. It's Sunday, November 23rd, 2025, here at the McKendree Pro Rink in O'Fallon, Illinois. We have a regular season matchup between the Chesterfield Falcons and the Southern Illinois IceHawks, both 12U B2 teams. You'll see Parker Armstrong sporting a nice crispy blue jersey as we're down the black jersey for regular games. Little mishap there. Falcons warming up with 30 seconds left. We've got Southern Illinois on the opposite end of the ice. Falcons are first in the regular season standings currently, running so far with the first two games 2-0-0, forcing 11 goals, allowing 5. First game coming as a win over Springfield, Illinois, the Kings, 5-1. And then taking a win yesterday, Saturday, against St. Peter's Hockey Club, coached by Dyke. That was a 6-4 win. This is the first regular season game for the Southern Illinois IceHawks. We'll see how they fare. Second and third in standings currently are the Kirkwood Stars. Second, coached by Coach Dickens, and third place, coached by Ray Guerriero. Falcons looking to step into the game here. Armstrong appears to be ready. And we'll see who gets sent out in goal. I believe that'll be Aiden Westbrook, number 97 for the IceHawks. 14 total players for the IceHawks, 13 players skating out, 1 goalie. 15 on the team for the Falcons, 14 skating out and 1 goalie. This is Gorham facing off against number 27, Blake Busse. Gorham wins that, kicks it over to Bryant, poked by Groves. Kranitsky trying to clear it out. He gets it done, but sent back in by number 27, Busse, and that'll lead to the first stoppage in the game. Gorham over to Harrison, picked up by Groves. IceHawks now on the attack. Puck down in the corner, and number 27 Busse looking to grab possession. Armstrong waiting on the post. Groves back over to another IceHawks player. No look for a centering pass, but picked up. Now in the hands of Lurk. It was Lurk on the attack, but lost it in transition. Now in the hands of Gorham. Little volley back and forth. Loose puck picked up by the Falcons in the neutral zone. Now in the hands of Harrison. Harrison, Bryant, and Gorham. They'll rush in. Harrison goes down and no penalty called. Gorham fighting for possession on the perimeter. Puck past Bryant. Now it's Masterson who swings over. Masterson kicks it wide. That'll get picked up by number 80. Correction, that might be number 90, Salem Treat. Shot and goal. That was a shot by Benton. Will Benton kicking it in and deflected just over the glove of Aiden Westbrook. So with 10:41 on the clock, we have a first goal of the game. Both teams trying to pick this up. Live puck behind the net. Lost was Walkenhorst, who tried to pick it up. Now Mickley in the corner. Over past toward Gedris anyway. Gedris grabbed it. Now to Benton. Gedris, Hutzler, Benton, Mickley. Both teams fighting for it. Walkenhorst trying to block it out. Loose puck down low still. Armstrong trying to smother up any loose space by the post. And it's Benton in transition. Benton pass over to LaGrand. LaGrand lets it go between his legs as he was looking for a shot. Groves for the IceHawks. back to Newport. Loose puck, now in the hands of the Ice Hawks. Pass into the neutral zone. Pass to Krnitsky. Over to Lurk. Lurk swings wide. Lurk pass to Gorham, but a nice effort by the Ice Hawks to clear it over. Pass up toward Masters. Picked up by Gorham. Gorham past the red line. Masters to his left. Gorham, shot. Left. Actually, that was a right leg pad save by Westbrook. Masters looking for a pass up to Lurk. Lurk momentarily had it, and that was dangerous as it was a potential 3-on-1, but nice back checking by Krnitsky as he poked it out of the way. Lost puck again, a little sloppy so far. Lurk clears it in deep, just ahead of the red line. And this will go the length of the ice. Untouched, that's icing. That stops the clock at 8:31, so we do have a goal. Finally, the scoreboard is addressed. It's Falcons 1, Ice Hawks 0. That's a shot. Save by Westbrook down low. Falcons looking for a rebound, unable to grab it. Groves looking to clear it out to his brother. There are two Groves on the team right now. That was number 70 to number 4. Both teams fighting for possession down in the corner. It's the Ice Hawks who will have it. They'll bring it ahead. Nice pass over to number 4, David Groves. Groves looking for something. Centering pass over. Now it's going to be Armstrong with a nice save down low. That was over to Russell, Groves to Russell. That's number 70, Joe Groves. Falcons clear it out, now in the hands of Harrison. Harrison has some pressure to the side. Harrison looking for a shot. Right leg pad save by Westbrook, and a good job there. Puck picked up by Krnitsky, shot down low. Westbrook smothers, stops the clock, 7:25 now. The Ice Hawks, they'll look to carry it out. They cleared off the boards, picked up by Lurk. Lurk back ahead, and Gorham caught offsides. Shaves a few more seconds off the clock, stops time. It's Gorham at center, Mickley at left wing, LaGrand at right, Lurk and Krnitsky back on defense. So we'll face off toward the Falcon zone. Picked up by Krnitsky off the deflection. Krnitsky dumps it in. Picked up by Salem for the Ice Hawks. And a nice job by Gorham to deflect. Mickley back over, now in the hands of LaGrand. LaGrand pokes it ahead. Off the skate of Masick, LaGrand grabs it. Mickley swings wide. He'll look to get something going, but Tisch picks it off. Past Masick, kept in by Krnitsky, and just dances across the blue line. And that's offsides. That was Newport who stepped forward. He's looking to get something going, but that was just deflected. Puck now on the opposite side, picked up by Joe Groves. Newport grabbed it from behind. Newport looking for a pass over to Masters. Masters pass over to Walkenhorst. Walkenhorst with a sliding shot. That was well wide. Now picked up by Benton in the slot. Benton shot on Westbrook. Westbrook smothers. Newport coming up to grab the rebound, but nothing there. Nice save by Westbrook. And another line change will bring out Gorham. Harrison at left, Bryant at right, Lurk and Kornitsky on defense. That's a pass over to Bryant. Bryant looked to get a shot off, but not enough energy on it. Sliding shot, picked up by Harrison. Harrison swings it over off the rebound, so Kornitsky through traffic to Harrison. Harrison with a score. Puts the Falcons up 2-0. That's 6:01 on the clock. So that's a rebound past the right leg pad of Westbrook that Harrison picked off and sent in, and adds another score for the Falcons. Gorham facing off against number 27 Busse, picked up by the Falcons. Falcons look to clear it in, past Harrison off his stick. Harrison trying to swing around. That's Salem Treat, I believe. Lurk grabbing it. Picked over toward Groves. Actually Gorham. Gorham with a shot, and that's just wide. Harrison looking for a deflection now in the hands of Bryant. Bryant dancing around. That was dangerous as that puck went through traffic to the opposite side of the boards. Gorham trying to clear it over. That's going to go just past Busse. Picked up by Bryant. Bryant fighting for it. Has possession. Lost into the hands of Tisch. Now it's the IceHawks on the attack. Potential 3-on-2, but a nice back-checking effort by Lurk as he sent it the other way. Now it's Bryant swinging through. Bryant, he's wide. That's a shot. That goes off of number 4, David Groves. Bryant with another shot, this time off the body of Tisch. Another sliding shot. Salem Treat has it. Now into body of Tisch again, off the pass by Treat. 45 walking horse down low. Rebound left to 2 Falcons, which got sent toward the blue line. Falcons putting a lot of pressure on here early. And the IceHawks unable to clear. It's LaGrand behind the net, who's just come in on a line change. Masterson pokes it around. Masterson with a couple of scores in the last game. LaGrand looking for a centering pass, but off the leg of Tisch. Busse, actually that was Russell. Actually, no, that was Busse that went down. Back to Benton. Benton. And picked up by Masterson. Masterson loses it to Busse. Nice effort by Busse. Now it's the IceHawks on the attack. Teal looking for a shot. Picked up by Mickley. Now down low again. Armstrong with a save. IceHawks with a good opportunity down low. That looked like it was Russell with a shot. It was Salem Treat who sent it down low, picked up by Russell. Russell swung over in the low slot. And 31 looking to add to the shot total. That was Gunther. That'll get poked ahead. Appears to be untouched. That's icing. Will carry action back down to the Falcons' defensive zone. Armstrong will get a little skate in as he prepares for another shot or two. And Hutzler, son of head coach Nathan Hutzler, facing off against Gorham. Lark back on defense. Armstrong will clear that over. Masick looking to get there ahead in the corner. He'll send it off the boards. IceHawks fighting to keep it in their own zone. Cleared over toward Lurk, who grabbed it in the slot. Lurk looking for a deflection. Luckily off the stick of an IceHawk and picked up by Kornitsky. And no penalty calls. Kornitsky went down under the power of number 31. That was Gunther. Lurk now through the corner. Pokes it around. Centering pass. Dangerous. Through to Kornitsky. Kornitsky with a wrist shot. In traffic. Falcons couldn't grab it as the rebound was there. Now it's 2-on-2. Gorham chasing from behind. Lurk coming over to grab the puck, but offsides. And the clock now at 2:52 here in the first. 8 shots on goal for the Falcons, 2 shots for the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks will need to pick up a little bit of activity to tie the game. Harrison at left, Benton at center. Xander Bryant at right wing. Walkenhorst and Masterson back on defense. And Masterson sending it ahead. Deflected. Treat and Harrison in tow. Harrison will get there first. He's swinging wide. Harrison looking for a wraparound shot. No pass over. Now in the hands of Walkenhorst, who fires a wrist shot. That's off the right leg pad of Westbrook, the goalie for the Ice Hawks. Masterson collects it, but just on the wrong side of the blue line. Falcons reset, but now in the hands of number 82, Crothers. Ice Hawks on the attack. It's Busse, Crothers. Busse trying to swing around Masterson. Centering pass, dangerous. Centering pass. And Bryant clears it ahead. That's icing. So it was Busse looking for a centering pass over to number 31, I believe, Gunther. And the Ice Hawks had a nice opportunity as Armstrong went over to adjust, but the Ice Hawks couldn't connect on it. That's Gorham over to LaGrand. Now back to Gorham. Gorham and Lurk now. The Ice Hawks trying to clear it out. LaGrand down to the corner. Russell pressuring. Ice Hawks grab it. 2 Ice Hawks go down as LaGrand does too. LaGrand back on his feet. He gets his stick on it. Just deflected past. Kornitsky and Lurk chasing after. Puck down to the corner. Groves and Russell fighting for possession. Armstrong will stop that puck. And that's a stop in time. Another shot on goal. Should bring the Ice Hawks to 4. 1:32 remains here in the first period. Hutzler facing off against Benton. Masterson back on defense, paired with Walkenhorst. Ice Hawks fighting for possession down low. It's Groves, David Groves. Pressure against Newport. Newport squeezed it ahead. Kept in by Lurk. Actually, that was kept in by Benton. Correction. Ice Hawks fired around into the hands of Masterson. Masterson can't maintain possession. Ice Hawks trying to force it ahead. Now it's Gortz. Russell coming over. He'll look for a shot. Too many sticks by the Falcons. Now Masterson off the boards into the neutral zone. Picked up by the Ice Hawks. Called clear by the referee. Masters behind the net. We'll see some pressure from Hutzler. Walkenhorst off the boards over toward Benton. Benton trying to get it through to the neutral zone over to Newport. But a good stick by Hutzler. Hutzler shoving the back of Benton, and no call, but you can tell the teams are getting a little testy now. And we've got an offsides call with 15 seconds remaining here in the first. That'll give us Gorham facing off against Busse. Bryant at right wing, Harrison at left. Lurk and Kornitsky back on defense. Masick was looking for a shot for the Ice Hawks, but contested and poked away by Gorham. Both teams fighting for possession down low. Nothing materializes as time runs out. That's the end of the first. We'll head to our first intermission. Both teams back to the bench. know, Parker forgot his water bottle. Parker! Water bottle! It's too late.
He left his water bottle in bed.
It'll be fine. All right, Busse against Gorham after a brief break. And we'll open the second period, Masick versus Bryant. Now is Busse over to Masick. Slides just past a couple. Now in the hands of Busse. Looking for a shot. That was just over the crossbar, and Armstrong dropping down to the butterfly, and a nice opportunity, as I believe that was number 31 Gunther firing one off, and a nice wrist shot. It's Salem Treat now for the Ice Hawks. Will keep possession, and Harrison coming over to get his stick on it. And we've got holding, I believe, called on Lurk. Not sure if we caught that in the recording. We'll see later. That gives the first player advantage to the Ice Hawks at 11:33, so early here in the second period. Carry out by Mickley. So Mickley shorthanded. He'll have it. Grabbed by Crothers. Crothers backhand pass through the skates of Mickley. Oh, but grabbed by LaGrand. Now to Walkenhorst. Fires a shot. That went just right of the body of LaGrand. And Gunther will look to carry it out. Pressure by Mickley. Stops momentum. Gunther swings wide though. Gunther, Crothers. Gunther keeps it. Too much pressure by the Falcons. Armstrong will deflect it wide. And it's Masterson over toward Mickley. Mickley trying to send it loose. Off the stick and into LaGrand. LaGrand sends it to the neutral zone. Picked up by Crothers. Crothers pass over to 88. Or maybe 98. Gedris. Back in the hands of LaGrand. LaGrand off the boards through to the neutral zone. No offsides called. Ice Hawks looking for a shot. That's a shot. Armstrong with a save. And Armstrong couldn't get his glove on it as that wrist shot was up near his body. Looked like to be the center of his chest. Bounced right off and onto the ice, and Armstrong smothered. So that's another shot on goal for the Ice Hawks. 17 seconds remains in this penalties. The Falcons largely kept the puck in their own attacking zone or neutral zone. Ice Hawks looking to squeeze one off here before they lose their player advantage. It's Harrison. Will try to wrap it around. Now in the hands of Masters. Masters clicking it through into the neutral zone. Picked up by Tisch. Tisch, who may be 6'9", has got a lot of height for him. Now to Benton. It's full strength. That was an effective penalty kill for the Falcons. Busse carrying it through. Busse down low. Dangerous, as that was off the stick of Armstrong and down into the low slot, but it's Harrison who carries it now. Harrison on the attack. He'll look for something. Poked away by Tisch. Good effort by Tisch. Harrison now shot into the body of into the body of Westbrook. Salem Treat came in as Harrison was looking for a rebound. Treat and Harrison went down. Nice save by Westbrook. Tough angle for Harrison, but every extra shot gives you an opportunity. 10 shots on goal for the Falcons so far, 4 for the Ice Hawks. Walkenhorst over to Gorham. Gorham in the slot. Shot just wide. Picked up by Bryant. Shoots it ahead. Gorham now with a shot. Picked up by number 20, Newport. Goal. That comes at 9:17. Newport back on the attack. He's going to get pushed wide though. Gedris trying to send it the opposite way. Bryant looking to grab it in the hands of Masick. Masick trying to clear off the boards, but goes into the body of Gorham. Gorham gets a shove. Bryant sends it ahead toward Westbrook. Cleared out. No, picked up by Walkenhorst off the skate of number 70. That was Joseph Groves for the Ice Hawks. Walkenhorst with another long shot. Deflected by Gedris. Newport grabs it as he winds around, trying to carry behind the net, but pressure by Gedris leads to an Ice Hawks possession. No, actually just passed as the pass couldn't connect. Now to Walkenhorst. Walkenhorst fires another shot off. That's smothered up by Westbrook. Nice save by Westbrook. 14 shots on goal now for the Falcons. 8:27 on the clock here in the second period. Benton at center, facing off against Busse. LaGrand at right. Mickley at left. Lurk and Kranitsky back on defense. Benton grabs this, but poked away by Tisch. LaGrand, pressure on the boards. LaGrand gets pulled down, no penalty called. Lurk trying to clear it out of their own zone. Picked up by Busse, though, on the boards. And LaGrand coming in to the right and getting some good pressure on. Finally cleared out. Now it's Benton. Benton one-on-one. Benton couldn't squeeze it over, unfortunately. Now to Lurk through the neutral zone. Grabbed by number 82. That's Crothers. Back to Mickley. Mickley saucer pass to Benton. Past Benton over to LaGrand. LaGrand enters. Tisch trying to poke it away on the boards. LaGrand still trying to fight for possession. Loose puck over to Benton. Now to Mickley. Picked up by LaGrand. Slides it past, but just off the back of the net. Not a lot of energy on that one. Lurk, shot off the body of Crothers. Lurk with another shot off the body of Treat. Now Kranitsky off the boards will try to fire one. That's going to go wide. Tisch pokes it back behind. He'll swing through. Pass ahead to Crothers. Crothers kicks it. Now to Busse. Busse looking to get a shot off. Pressure by Kranitsky. Great as that was deflected. They'll look for a centering pass. And that's dangerous as now the Ice Hawks on the line change. We'll try to pick this up. It's Gedris who swings it wide. Kranitsky coming in to get his stick on it. And too many Falcons on the ice. A little bit of miscommunication during the line change, it appears, as I believe there were 6 playing. And that'll mean that Masters heads to the sin bin, and we'll have another power play, this time again in favor of the Ice Hawks. So 6:43 in the second. And Armstrong will face a handful of shots again. Armstrong with the standard blocker fist bump, as the goalies like to do that. So it looks like the Ice Hawks calling a timeout and trying to regroup a little bit as they've found themselves behind. They'll need to get more shots on goal. Only 4 so far for the game, 13 for the Falcons. So a minute and a half player advantage for the Ice Hawks. We'll see if they can get anything in. Falcons will send out Newport, Gorham, Walkenhorst, and I believe that's Masterson. We'll see if I can get a confirmation on that. So Ice Hawks trying to clear it out. Actually, Gorham now back down over to Masterson. In the hands of Newport. Newport on the attack. Poked away by Joe Groves. It's for David Groves looking for a shot. Actually pass over Centering pass now into the hands of Russell. No, picked up by Walkenhorst. Walkenhorst through to neutral zone. It's 3-on-3. Walkenhorst loses it in transition. Picked up by Newport. Newport now. He'll lose it in the corner. Ice Hawks back on the attack. 2-on-2. Masterson pushing him wide. Makes a nice stop. Masterson with possession. He'll try to just clear some time. Saucer pass over to Bryant, who's coming on a line change. Harrison, pressure on number 70, Groves. Now Groves swings in. Groves still with possession, poked away by Masterson. In the hands of Russell. Actually, correction, that's Busse. Busse still looking for something as he was shifting into the shooting lane, but poked away by Harrison. Now through, and it's Groves who clears it in before his team can reset. That stops the clock, and we find ourselves with 17 seconds remaining on the power play. 5:30 on the clock here in the second period. And the Falcons largely doing a good job of keeping possession away from the Ice Hawks, who have the player advantage still for a short period of time. That's Crothers facing off against Mickley. But as it's sent ahead, that'll be icing. And with 11 seconds remaining, Ice Hawks find themselves yet again in their own attacking zone. 5:24 on the clock, 11 seconds remains on the power play. Masters, number 63 for the Falcons, still in the sin bin. Picked up by Busse. Busse looking for a shot. Treat slides a shot over to Armstrong, but Armstrong stops it with his stick and smothers with his glove. That's the fifth shot. 6 seconds remains with the player advantage. Crothers facing off against Mickley, I believe. Treat over to Busse. Busse looking for a slap shot, but couldn't connect really. And that's going to be an icing. Full strength. Masters will come back out after a 1.5-minute break. So the clock stopped at 5:02 here in the second period. 5 shots on goal for the Ice Hawks, 13 for the Falcons. As the Falcons in the last 6 minutes or so have seen 2 power plays. Well, power plays for the Ice Hawks, that is. Now in the hands of Masters. Masters with fresh legs, waits, and nice patience there as he was trying to swing around and wait for the Falcons to reset, but lost in transition. That's off the stick of Treat. Treat off the boards, picked up by Masters. Masters waits again for the Falcons to reset. Lost off the skate of Masters. Now through, it's Newport. Newport and Gorham. Newport over to Gorham. Gorham, backhand shot just wide. Newport looking for a wraparound, stopped by the Ice Hawks. Now in the hands of Busse. Busse off the boards, but kept in by Lurk. No, Lurk lets it swing just past the blue line, and that'll be an offsides call. Yeah, we got to fix it. 4:11 here on the clock. Benton facing off against Crothers. That's Benton who wins it and sends it down low, but now in the hands of 98 Gedris for the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks with a shot. That was actually Falcons with a shot. And Harrison, who had a hat trick in the last round, squeezes another one past Westbrook. And that'll bring the Falcons up to 4-0. That was a wrist shot up off the body of Westbrook, and Harrison grabbed his own rebound and shot it back in just over the leg pad, and just in, it appeared, but it's a score nonetheless. Falcons looking for another attack. It's Bryant who will carry it in. Bryant looking for a shot. That's a shot. That's going to be smothered up by Westbrook. .329 on the clock. 15 shots on goal for the Falcons. LaGrand at right wing, Gorham at center, Mickley at left, Lurk and Krasnitsky back on defense. It'll be 27 Busse facing off against Gorham. Lurk over to Gorham. Gorham trying to fight through traffic. Now the IceHawks carry it forward. Pass over by Busse. Now in the hands of Busse. Busse looking for a shot. Armstrong trying to get his glove on it. It was a little wide, but a nice opportunity as Busse swung through. Gorham passed to himself off the boards. Now Gorham trying to carry it ahead, and Gorham bodied over on the boards. No penalty called. LaGrand with possession. He'll fire it. That's going to go off the body of Gedris. Now pass to Busse, and this could be dangerous as Busse tries to swing past, and Busse may have an opportunity. Busse shot and saved by Armstrong. Gunther looking for a shot. That one picked up off the back leg of Benton. They'll try to clear it out. IceHawks now have to reset, and unfortunately done. Number 37, unable to cross the blue line. That'll lead to an offsides call. A nice save by Armstrong as the IceHawks had a good opportunity down in the low slot. That was a wrist shot, saved by Armstrong, deflected over to the left side of the net. Now 82 facing off. That's Crothers against Benton. Benton trying to carry it forward. Now in the hands of Masick. Masick over to Crothers. Crothers in the slot, but a lot of pressure by the Falcons. Crothers centering pass, picked up by Newport. Newport will carry it ahead. Newport pass to Masters. Masters bringing it now. Masters wide, shot, and gut trap save by Westbrook. 1:48 remains here in the second period. Benton at center, Masters at right, Newport at left, Walkenhorst back on defense, and Masterson paired on defense with Walkenhorst as well. Benton slides one. That went just past the right leg pad of Westbrook. And Salem Tree tying up the stick of Benton, and no holding call there. It's Crothers who will swing wide past Masterson. Centering pass, but Walkenhorst picks it up. And a good opportunity there. Stymied by Walkenhorst. This is cleared ahead. One red line to the other. That's icing. 1:15 on the clock. The IceHawks find themselves back in their attacking zone. Both teams will have a wholesale line change, it appears. So that'll give the Falcons Krasnitsky and Lurk on defense, Harrison and Bryant at the wing, and Gorham at center. Gorham trying to win that faceoff against Busse, and they get that done as it's the Falcons who pick it up. Harrison to the corner. Harrison off the boards, trying to clear it ahead, but kept in by Groves on a nice effort. IceHawks now find themselves resetting back down to Gedris in the Falcons' offensive zone. 50 seconds remains here in play. Lurk at the point, keeps it in for the Falcons. Good stick by Gorham. Harrison looking for a centering pass over to Gorham. Gorham with a one-timer, but stopped by number 70, Joe Groves. Nice pass ahead by the IceHawks, but Groves couldn't collect it. That'll be offsides. 16 shots on goal for the Falcons. 6 shots for the Ice Hawks. So 2 player advantages on power plays for the Ice Hawks with no score, and all of the Falcons' points coming on even strength opportunities. We'll have another offsides call. Benton with possession, he'll carry it in. Mickley to his right. He'll go off the back of the boards. Benton swinging up, getting a shot off the body of Westbrook with time expiring. That'll carry us into the third period. So a quick recap, a couple of first period goals. The initial one coming by Will Benton, who had a wrist shot. That was deflected and went over the glove of Westbrook. It came at 10:41 in the first period. Maxwell Harrison putting up another point for himself as he had a rebound past the right leg pad in the first. And then second period goals. One coming at 9:17. That was Grant Newport with a rebound past the right leg pad. And Maxwell Harrison adding another score again, 4:01 roughly in the second period. That was a rebound off his own wrist shot. That one went past the left leg pad. That brings the Falcons to 4 on the board. Clock's at 13 now here in the third period. Both teams fighting for possession in the neutral zone. Ice Hawks find themselves on the attack, but then that was Masters coming in from behind with a good stick and stopped anything from materializing. Benton trying to squeeze that one over. Pass ahead to Busse. Masters with possession. Masters will swing around. Masters sends it deep. Dunn chasing after in the corner. Stick over to Treat. Treat off the boards to Busse. That was Newport who went down. Fighting for the puck. Busse swings wide. Busse looking for a shot. That's going to be a stop and a save by Armstrong, as Armstrong got his stick on it and jumped down like he was smothering a grenade. That's the 7th shot on goal for the Ice Hawks. That's good momentum for them as they need to carry some extra shots here into the third period to bring the game closer. Gorham will face off against Crothers. It's Lurk, Harrison, Kronitsky, Bryant all on the ice as well. Groves fighting for possession. He gets pressure on the left and right side by Gorham and Lurk. Ice Hawks still trying to keep it in, but now it's Harrison on the attack. Harrison trying to get a pass over Russell. Sliding pass. Loose puck now. Lurk with a shot at the point. That was wide. Groves pass over to Russell. Russell trying to carry it out. Russell off the boards to himself. He'll look to bring it over. Nice job by Gorham to stop the momentum. Nice touch pass by Kronitsky to Harrison. Harrison coming over. Harrison gets dropped. No penalty call. Now it's Crothers on the attack. Crothers looking to bring it over. Now Lurk. Pass ahead to Harrison. Harrison dumps it deep. That's going to be Westbrook who passes it to, let's see, that was number 98, Gedris. Loose puck now into the neutral zone. Masterson. Pass back ahead. Deflected. Picked up by the Ice Hawks. LaGrand looking for a shot. Loose puck picked up by LaGrand initially. Loose back down behind the red line. Ice Hawks pass to Crothers. Crothers trying to clear it out, but that was Crothers who lost it just off the tip of his stick. Now Mickley in the corner. Mickley looking for centering pass, lost it. Picked up by Crothers. Crothers off the boards. In the hands of Walkenhorst. Walkenhorst shot off the body of number 82. LaGrand fighting for possession right next to the referee's skates. LaGrand centering pass to Mickley, and a shot by Mickley, top right shelf. What an assist by LaGrand. Saved by Aiden Westbrook. Another save by Westbrook down low. That was LaGrand who was behind the net, poked one over to Mickley. Mickley down just outside, sort of outside the shooting lane, squeezed a wrist shot off to the top left side, to the goalie's perspective, top left side of the net, opposite side of the net, and a nice shot, nice dish as well. Falcons still fighting for possession. It's Newport trying to come away with it, but tied up by Treat. Puck grabbed by Kernitsky. Gunther coming in to pressure. Gorham now steps ahead. Gorham tries to carry it in. Loose puck, hands into Crothers. Crothers shifting over. Crothers looking for a shot. He's going to go down, and finally a penalty called. Picked up by the Ice Hawks. No, actually, Falcons need to get there first. Finally touched by Lurk, and that was Crothers who was going in for a shot, and Armstrong made the save off the slide, but clearly that was tripping, so Masters contesting from behind. Masters spending a little bit more time in the penalty box as he went in for too many men call. Not sure if that was on Masters initially, but he was the one serving the penalty. This time, it's Masters with tripping. Busse looking for a shot. Poked behind by Masterson. Ice Hawks looking to get something going here. It's Busse who realizes the puck's next to him down in the corner. Masterson pokes it ahead to Bryant. Bryant shifting in, shorthanded. Bryant loses it to number 37, Dunn. Harrison, he's going to swing over looking for a wraparound. Now it's the Ice Hawks on the attack, 3-on-3. Groves will carry it in, looking for a centering pass, broken up by Walkenhorst. Armstrong poking that one over to Masterson. Masterson goes down, no penalty called. Dunn shot off the body of Harrison. Harrison trying to carry it out, now in the hands of Busse. Actually, we will have a tripping call, I believe. And 30 seconds left on Masters penalty. And so number 27, Busse, will head to the sin bin as well. 4-on-4. Ice is spread thin. That's full strength now. Masters out of the box. Into the hands of Benton. It's the Falcons who find themselves up. LaGrand was shifting ahead, looking for a shot. Picked up by the Ice Hawks. Ice Hawks trying to carry it ahead short-handed. It's Gedris over to Crothers, but intercepted by LaGrand. LaGrand goes down, no penalty called. Looks like he was tripped. Lurk shifting over. Kornitsky grabs it. Loose puck over. Now to the hands of Benton. Benton gets pushed wide. Benton, pressure. Shot. That's just behind the net. 15 seconds remaining with Russell out. That was a nice save by Westbrook. This puck will go the length of the ice. And it will make it to the red line. No. Picked up. And Armstrong deflects that wide. That loose puck was shifted right in front of him down in the low slot. Armstrong sure not happy having a puck ready for the opposing team to just grab it. Now it's Gedris. Gedris down to the corner, but picked up by Gorham. Hutzler looking for a shot. Saved by Armstrong. So it's full strength now. Both penalties have expired. It was an effective penalty kill on either side. Armstrong deflecting over. Picked up by number 31. Pass over to Dunn. Dunn at the point. Shot off the skate of Newport. Gorham gets tied up. Poked over to Masters. Now back in the hands of the Ice Hawks. It's Hutzler who's chasing after. Masterson clears it ahead to Masters. Masters shifts in. Masters into the shooting slot. Masters looking for something. Lost it. Newport. Pressure down low. Newport wrap around. Stopped. Pressure, actually puck frozen. Called dead. But puck was live. And both teams will face off down low in the Falcons offensive zone. 5:05 in the third period. 18 shots on goal for the Falcons, 9 shots on goal for the Ice Hawks. And the time is now being adjusted down to 2 minutes. The team did start late. It's Benton who won the face-off. That's a shot by Harrison back behind the red line, a tough angle. Armstrong waiting for this one to touch the line. That's offsides. Or correction, not offsides, that's icing. Kornitsky shot ahead. Benton trying to scoop it up. Actually, that was Bryant trying to pick it up as well. Over to Lurk at the point. Tisch poked over. Looked like offsides, but not called. Now Tisch trying to grab it. In the hands of Bryant. Bryant shifting over. That was Russell facing pressure, but he comes in. No offsides called. Russell still trying to bring it ahead. Russell shifting over. Russell with a shot. That's going to go just ahead of Armstrong and wide into the corner. Picked up by Mickley. Mickley over, but grabbed by Crothers. Now Dunn. Dunn shot over the head of Lurk. 45 seconds remains in the game. And it's Bryant. He's going to try to shift ahead. Lost in the feet of Tish. Bryant now still bringing it ahead. Lost again in the feet of Tish. Poked ahead to 4, David Groves. David Groves on the attack now. He'll get pushed wide. Centering pass, but off the feet of Lurk. 20 seconds remains in the game. Picked up by Mickley. Mickley and Lurk. Mickley looking for a shot. And center pass over to LaGrand. Saved by Westbrook. Mickley to LaGrand, spreading the net. Westbrook coming over and making a spectacular save with 7 seconds remaining. Westbrook. 3 seconds left. Time is expired. And Armstrong will get a shutout. Armstrong's first shutout of the season. Both teams will congratulate each other on a well-deserved effort. Again, it's Sunday, November 23rd, 2025, here at the McKendree Pro Rink in O'Fallon, Illinois. It's a regular season game, 12U B2 division between the Chesterfield Falcons and Southern Illinois IceHawks. A couple of goals by Harrison in the first and second. A goal by Grant Newport in the second. Rhys Mickley grabs one as well in the third. Will Benton picking up the goal of his own in the first period, and James LaGrand with a nice assist to Mickley in the third period. That caps off the scoring at 5. No goals by the IceHawks. 9 shots on goal for the IceHawks, 18 for the Falcons. And that'll conclude today's matchup. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.